players eat healthy, but Messi's diet almost killed him. Back in 2003, when Messi arrived in Barcelona, even though he was now a pro football player, he was just like any other 18-year-old kid. Eating healthy was the least of his concerns. I'm talking pizza, candy, cookies. Messi was literally addicted to junk food. And as the years went on, his diet only got worse. It was rumored that if someone put fruit, vegetables, or salad on Messi's plate, he'd literally walk out of the room. And after hitting the gym or playing in a game, instead of eating something nutritious or, I don't know, drink a protein shake, Messi needed fast food, and worst of all, Coca-Cola. Things were getting bad, because Messi couldn't go a single day without soda. And what's crazy is, he was still becoming one of the world's best players. So what are people gonna say, no? Everybody just let him do his thing. Until out of nowhere, this turned into a serious problem. Yeah. Things were getting really bad. Messi was keeping it secret, but behind the scenes, he was in denial and paying the price. Because he went years without taking care of his health. Every single day, he woke up sick. But getting ill out there on the field and shocking the world, it was the wake-up call he needed. So not long after, Messi visited his doctor and explained just how bad junk food was taking over his life. And at that moment, Messi and the doctors realized that if he didn't change his diet, his career and his life were over. So Messi vowed to change for his fans. And luckily, he had the right support around him. It started with Barcelona's manager removing every vending machine in the club's training ground. And not long after, Messi hired a nutritionist to force himself into a healthy diet. And ever since Messi changed his ways, he's not only no longer sick, he's taking his career to another level.
Con lo más que he comido durante muchos años, 22, 23, 24 años, no sé.
Come cualquier cosa. ¿Y ahora qué comes?
Y ahora como bien, como pescado, como carne, como ensalada, como verdura. La verdad que como todo, pero ordenado y bien y...
Wow, man. I think Messi just changed my life. Masahiko made his debut in football's J League. And while playing in Japan, this man was determined to become one of the greatest players ever. But sometimes your goals have to be a little more realistic. See, Masahiko bounced around more teams than Kendall Jenner. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man, this dude was ass. And him playing so bad probably had a lot to do with his diet. See, most pro athletes would try to become great at, you know, their career. But Masahiko, well, since he wasn't contributing to winning games, he had to find another way to go viral. And that's when he decided to try and become just like my dad. Yeah. Things get a little crazy at dinner time. But seriously, Masahiko, he took his diet to another level. Where not once, not twice, but 3 times per day, he has to eat entire containers of ice cream. Just think about that for a second. Dude really thinks dessert is gonna make him a better player. And I don't know if this dude was going for a world record or something, but he tried every single flavor in history. Just imagine going down in the history books, more known as an ice cream expert than your career of being a pro athlete. Now, okay, as famous as Masahiko became from the food he ate, it's crazy to think that the first time Robert what he eats will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about food.
Most of the people told me, Cristiano, you are a very, very good talent player, but you are very skinny. So I've improved myself.
Just imagine being one of those people who doubted Cristiano Ronaldo.
Because maybe I'm too good, I don't know why.
You must feel stupid. But listen, man, throughout his teen years and into his time in Manchester, those doubters weren't capping. He was just a skinny Portuguese kid, so he needed to bulk up. And Ronaldo knew that to earn their respect, or better yet, become an all-time great player, it was gonna take a whole lot more than skill. He had to be dedicated to the gym and his diet. Come on, man, we all know Ronaldo. The man's a machine. This was gonna be easy. And in 2009, when he signed to Real Madrid, since Ronaldo wanted to capitalize on the prime of his career, every time he went to a restaurant, if his steak came out with even a gram of fat, he'd damn near square up with the waiter. So that's why Ronaldo gave up. He hired his own personal chef and literally forced himself to eat the same plain Jane meal 6 times per day. I'm talking chicken, broccoli, and rice. Yeah, I know. This man might as well have just been eating cardboard. Imagine eating that every single day. But hey, that's exactly why nearly 2 decades later, it looks like he might not retire until he's at least 60. The dude's literally 7% body fat. That's 3% less than the average football player. And right now, dude just hit 36, but he has the physique of a 20-year-old. So, yeah, the diet works. But listen, man, after all, Ronaldo's not actually a robot. He has a little fun. Because he wants little Ronaldo Jr. to have a childhood. They do occasionally bond over some cheat meals. And some of the boys' favorites are movie nights with pizza and ice cream. But don't get it twisted. If Ronaldo lets himself take things that far, as soon as the sun goes to bed, he has to torture himself with some extra ab workouts. Because, you know, it is Ronaldo, man. How can he live with himself if he lets one meal get the best of it? And hey, as strict as Ronaldo is with his diet, there was that one time cameras caught him doing something against his rules. And now the world knows his biggest secret. Even he can't resist the urge of some Kentucky Fried Chicken. How could you, Ronaldo? I'm disappointed, man. But hey, at least eating that, it didn't get kicked out of football. See, back in 2016, Max was in a predicament while playing for Wolfsburg. He was having one of the worst seasons of his career. And I'm not gonna lie, man, his coach was heated. Because not only was Max playing bad, this dude's entire life was falling apart. From being caught gambling to stealing someone's phone who took a pic of him. Max's coach was beyond fed up. He was only giving Max one more chance to make things right. So you'd think he'd take it easy, right? Well, the next time Max showed up to practice, it's kinda like he wanted to get kicked off the team. See, a few months before, during training camp, everybody was concerned about Max's diet. Because not only was he eating unhealthy, he had a weird obsession. This man literally couldn't eat a single meal without Nutella. And listen, man, every time Max showed up, he had it on him. So his teammates had no choice but to see him spread it everywhere. Yeah. So his teammates just had to confront him about this. And they let him know. Nobody on the team was trying to see all that. And see, at the beginning of the season, every single one of Max's teammates made a promise to become the best football players ever. So no junk food, especially no weird-ass chocolate addictions. And even though Max's entire team was committed to becoming legendary, he still couldn't go a single day, scratch that, a single meal without Nutella. So when Max showed up to practice, slobbering all over the spread for breakfast, that was the final straw. When his coach saw just how bad the addiction was, it was time to let Max go. And Wolfsburg not only kicked him from football, just because he couldn't give up the treat, they decided, let's also spread this man a $28,000 fine. Now, I get it. There's not much to learn from a stupid addiction like that, but the story